Hey, y'all doing? It's Robbie with Missouri Worm Supply. If you remember from the beginning of all my videos, I told you I was going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to show you the bad again. If you start this as a business and you're buying worms and you're selling worms, you're going to get dead worms at some point. It's not a good thing. The smell is unbelievable. It's horrible. It's horrible. If there was smell-o-vision and you guys could smell it, y'all be changing the channel right now. I'll put it that way. So I had to order new worms. If you sell out and you get to the point you're selling so many, you have suppliers you can buy from. Now I've got a 20-pound order here of worms. I'll bring you in here in a second. And they wound up probably half dead. This is a post office problem. What they do a lot of times is they'll leave the package out on the tarmac whenever it's getting flight. Nobody understands it, or for some reason they'll put your worm box in a plastic bag. And that, if you've ever opened up a plastic bag out in the sun, it's hot on the inside. The worms cook. So I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to show you what we're dealing with here. All right, what we got here is 20 pounds. Trust me, folks. This is one of the most horrible smells that you can smell. So, as you can see, we'll pull this back. I put several inches of brand new bedding in this bin, and then I just dumped the worms on top. These are dead worms. There are still some live ones in there, and I'm kind of doing the light method here. I'm letting them bury themselves in there, but this is all bad smelling dead worms. This was out of box number 2. You can see there are still some live worms in here. So they're going to bury themselves down. I'm going to pull this back, see if we can see here. This is just the stuff on top that they shipped in. In here, you see there are some live worms. I don't know how many I'm going to wind up. You see there are live worms in here. This, folks, if you've got a building or you do this in your house, if you do it in your house and you're married, you may not be married anymore. This is one of the most, in fact, I'm going to move. Okay, I had to move away from there. That smell is ungodly. If you've ever dealt with, and I don't mean like a little small deal of worms, that's 20 pounds of worms. That will knock a buzzard off a crap wagon. It's so bad. Now, with this, something you've got to keep in mind is now you got to get in touch with your supplier, whoever sold you the worms. Because this becomes a post office issue, and dealing with the post office is like dealing with the government. You know how quick they're going to get on things and make it right for you, right? Right. So through your supplier, you're probably guaranteed live arrival. At this point, you need to be, when you get your box, my box was destroyed. Post office, I should have had this box 4 days ago. Post office screwed up is what happened. So you're going to get your box there. Now at this point, before you even touch it, you need to touch. I've got pictures. I'll show you the pictures here. I actually stopped outside, and the post office guy had these in the back of his van and was happy to get them off his truck. I got instant, as soon as I got them, I made a phone call to my supplier. We're working everything out. You got to be good in this business when it comes to, if you're shipping worms and they die for whatever reason, let's say you sold $1,000 worth of worms, you're happy, you got $1,000. If those worms die in transit, beware. Now you've got to replenish those worms. Hey guys, if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Be aware that your flat rate boxes are only insured for $100. So you'll make $200 back. You're still down $800. There are things to think about. Don't ship out more worms than you can't cover. If you ship out 20 pounds of worms, and you don't have another 20 pounds of worms at your shop to replenish a possible dead supply of worms, kind of screwing yourself over there. Just be aware of that, because this happens. This happened to me last week. I'm here in dead center Missouri. St. Louis is 2 hours away. I shipped my worms, and I don't know what happened. They made it there in 3 days, but half the worms were dead. She sent me videos, pictures, got all this information. and I winded up sending her more worms to her. It's going to happen. Just be aware. Shipping and buying and selling worms, you're going to wind up with dead worms. The post office is not the best people in the world with this. They don't care. They just throw boxes and do whatever. These boxes were completely destroyed. Completely. Like they had thrown them down a set of escalators and they just kept falling and falling and falling and falling and falling and falling. It was a horrible, horrible thing. I'm trying to salvage as many worms out of this batch as I can. But doing that, my building smells really, really right. I'll probably let these sit till the end of the day. I'll come in here, I'll take the dead worms off and go put them in my ex-wife's mailbox. Or, no, wait, no, I won't do that. I'll take the dead worms, we'll throw them out in the woods or something, or give them to the chickens. The chickens ought to love that. But just be aware that this may happen. If you get worms from somebody and they're dead, don't automatically be mad at the people who shipped you worms. We've done everything that we can do to make sure that you get a live, healthy product. We've taken care of our worms. We're happy with our worms. We love our worms. We package our worms in the best way that we know how to get them to you alive, safe, and healthy. And sometimes crap happens. So just be aware that, sometimes these things happen. And you got to work through it. You got to work with your buyer or whoever you're selling with to get these issues taken care of. It'd be just like selling chickens through the mail or baby chicks. If you ordered 10 baby chicks in the mail and they all got to you dead, you're not going to be happy. But more than likely, 99% chance they didn't ship you a dead chicken. Something happened in transit. This is just one of the things that's going to happen with you. So just be aware of that. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to show you everything in our videos, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the ugly, and now the smelly. Till next time, you guys have a good day.